The week of February 17th to 21st on Days of Our Lives say that Doug has finally mustered the courage to lay his heart on the line. For weeks, he has struggled with his feelings for Holly, watching from the sidelines as she grows closer to Tate. But no more. Doug's confession is raw and heartfelt. He wants Holly to see him as more than just a friend. He wishes she could see the connection between them, one that he believes is real. But will Holly reciprocate his feelings? Or will she break his heart before it even has a chance to heal? Holly has been deeply invested in her relationship with Tate, and though Doug's words might surprise her, she may not be ready to take a leap into something new. With the intensity of his emotions now out in the open, the decision Holly makes could alter the course of all their lives. Tate's romantic getaway interrupted. Meanwhile, Tate has been planning a romantic night with Holly at the Horton cabin. It's supposed to be a special evening, one filled with passion, intimacy, and an undeniable connection. However, before Tate can get there, his plans take an unexpected detour when Johnny and Chanel approach him with an astonishing proposition. "What if we adopted your child?" Chanel boldly asks. The question stuns Tate. He had never considered this possibility, and it throws him completely off guard. He struggles to process what this means, not just for himself but for Sophia as well. While Johnny and Chanel appear genuine in their offer, Tate knows that the decision isn't his alone. He must first find out how Sophia feels about this life-altering proposal. However, Tate may not be as worried about Sophia's reaction as he is about Amy. As a deeply religious woman with high standards, Amy is sure to have strong opinions about who should or shouldn't be considered as adoptive parents. Tate realizes he has to tread carefully before making any promises. As Tate wrestles with the adoption question, he finally makes his way to the Horton cabin, only to find Holly already there. But she's not alone. Doug is there, and things are more complicated than ever. Holly is still dressed in the alluring outfit she had picked out for her romantic evening with Tate, and the sight of her like this makes the moment even more uncomfortable. Doug, still reeling from his own confession, doesn't shy away from the truth. He admits to Holly that seeing her dressed like this took his breath away. It's a vulnerable admission, and one that leaves Holly flustered. Then, just as the tension in the air reaches its peak, Tate arrives. He immediately demands to know what Doug is doing there. Caught off guard, Doug fumbles for an excuse and quickly fabricates a story about retrieving a book of love poems that Julie had left at the cabin. He tries to smooth things over before making a quick exit, leaving Holly and Tate alone at last. Though their night together isn't completely ruined, there's no denying that Doug's presence lingers in Holly's mind. Even as she and Tate find themselves wrapped in each other's arms, a part of her can't shake the memory of Doug's words. Was there something there? Something real? Or was she merely caught off guard by the intensity of his emotions? Sophia's shocking scheme just when it seems like Holly and Tate might finally have their moment. Another unexpected twist shatters their plans. Sophia, desperate for Tate's attention, makes a shocking move. She fakes a miscarriage. The moment Tate receives the news, he rushes to her side, completely unaware of the deception at play. He feels an obligation to be there for her, to comfort her in what he believes is a moment of profound loss. But his absence does not go unnoticed by Holly, who is left waiting, feeling abandoned and furious. Will Holly turn to Doug? As Holly processes Tate's sudden departure, she finds herself faced with an unsettling question. If Tate isn't there for her, should she consider giving Doug a chance? For weeks, Doug has been there, offering his support, his friendship, and now his love. With Tate seemingly prioritizing Sophia, Holly may wonder if she's been chasing something that will always slip through her fingers. Perhaps Doug, who has been unwavering in his feelings, is the one she should be turning to. But is this truly what she wants, or is she simply looking for comfort in the wake of her disappointment? And if she does choose Doug, what will it mean for her future with Tate? You may not know. In Friday's episode, Julie's sitting at her desk, her gaze lingering on an old photograph of herself and Doug. She reminisces about their first Valentine's Day at Doug's place, the legendary nightclub they once owned. With a soft smile, she whispers a heartfelt message, sending her love to Doug, even though he is no longer by her side. Just then, Doug 3 arrives with a bouquet of red roses, the same flowers that had always been his grandfather's favorite. His thoughtful gesture touches Julie's heart, and they sit down together, delving into memories of love, music, and the unforgettable past. A dream that can't be revived. As they talk, Doug 3 listens intently to Julie's stories about Doug and their time running the nightclub. He is fascinated by the legacy of Doug's place, a place that once brought so much joy to Salem. However, Julie's expression darkens when she recalls that the club has since been converted into a restaurant, erasing a piece of their history. Doug 3, eager to honor his grandfather's memory, suggests reopening the club, envisioning a new era for Doug's place. But Julie, despite her love for the past, shakes her head sadly. She knows that some things can never be replicated. The world has changed, and so has she. The nostalgia is beautiful, but it is also painful, reminding her of what she has lost. Seeing how much she is struggling, Doug 3 asks how she has been coping. Julie admits that, after much resistance, she has finally started grief therapy with Marlena. The process has been difficult, and she still has days where the pain feels unbearable. Doug 3 reassures her that he is there for her whenever she needs to talk. His kindness and patience bring comfort to Julie, and she smiles, thanking him for being a wonderful grandson. Then, she shifts the conversation to him. Has he met anyone special? Does he have a romantic interest? Doug 3 laughs and confirms that he is interested in someone, but she is not available. Julie, ever wise in matters of the heart, advises him to respect relationships. However, she also tells him that he should be honest about his feelings. After all, love doesn't always wait for the right moment. She reminisces about how Doug had been paid to break up her marriage, but fate had led them together anyway. Love, she suggests, has a way of defying expectations. Their conversation shifts once more as Julie recalls a deeply personal memory. Doug had once written her a song, simply titled Julie. Doug 3 is intrigued and asks if he can see the lyrics. Julie, eager to share this piece of history with him, gets up to retrieve the book where the song was written. However, after searching, she realizes that she cannot find it. The realization dawns on her. It must still be at the family cabin, left behind during the chaos of the radioactive mayor saga. Doug 3 immediately offers to go retrieve the book for her, but Julie insists that it's too much trouble. Yet, his determination wins out. Without hesitation, he sets off for the cabin, eager to recover this piece of his family's legacy. Doug 3's decision to retrieve the book sets off a chain of events that he never could have anticipated. Upon arriving at the cabin, he finds himself face to face with Holly. What begins as an innocent meeting quickly turns into something far more complicated. In a moment of raw emotion, Doug 3 confesses his true feelings for Holly, setting the stage for a dramatic confrontation that could alter the course of their relationships forever. With emotions running high, Salem is bracing for an unforgettable week. Julie's memories of Doug 3's determination to honor his grandfather, and the tangled love lives of Holly, Doug 3, and Tate all intertwine to create a week filled with passion, nostalgia, and unexpected revelations. Will Doug 3's confession lead to love or heartbreak? Will Julie find peace as she navigates her grief? And what secrets will be uncovered in the search for the lost love song? The week of February 17th to 21st on Days of Our Lives say that Doug has finally mustered the courage to lay his heart on the line. For weeks, he has struggled